Internet Computer, or ICP, is a decentralized platform that wants to broaden the functionality of the internet by hosting smart contracts, data, and applications on a network of independent data centers. Internet Computer is not just another blockchain, but a new way of building and running an internet that is faster, cheaper, and more secure than the current web. But how is this even possible? How does ICP work, and what are the benefits and challenges involved with it? In this video, we'll give you a lowdown of what Internet Computer really is, how it works, its use cases, the challenge and risks it faces, and so much more. If you're a computer or internet enthusiast, or you've come across Internet Computer and don't quite know what it's all about, this is the video for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. Internet Computer is a network of computers that are connected by a protocol that allows them to share their resources and form a giant virtual machine that can run any kind of software currently existing on the internet. This means that developers can create websites, applications, and services that run directly on the internet without having to use servers, hosting providers, or cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud. But why is this important, or even necessary? Well, because the current internet is dominated by a few powerful companies that control most of the infrastructure and data that we use online. These companies can censor or manipulate or exploit our data for their own benefit, or even shut down our websites or applications if they have the need to go that far. Apart from that, these companies charge fees for using their services, which can be expensive sometimes and limit innovation and creativity. Internet Computer aims to solve these problems by creating a public network that is open, permissionless, and censorship-resistant. Pretty much anyone can join the network by providing a computing capacity or using it to run their software. There are no fees or intermediaries involved, and users have full control over their data and code. Let's take a step back and look at how Internet Computer came to be. The project was started in 2016 by a non-profit organization called Definity Foundation, which is based in Switzerland. The founder and chief scientist of Definity is a developer known as Dominic Williams, a serial entrepreneur and crypto pioneer who has been involved in various blockchain projects since 2013. The Definity team consists of over 200 researchers, engineers, and experts from various fields such as cryptography, distributed systems, programming languages, and artificial intelligence. The team has been working hard to develop the technology behind Internet Computer and launch it to the public. The project went through several phases of development and testing before it finally launched its main net on May 7, 2021. On May 10, 2021, the project launched its native token, called ICP, on several major exchanges, such as Coinbase Pro and Binance. The token quickly gained popularity and reached a market capitalization of over $45 billion in just 2 days after it launched, making it one of the most successful token launches in crypto history. This valuation surge also pushed ICP into the top 10 cryptocurrency rankings at the time. However, the token also experienced high volatility and dropped significantly in value in the following weeks, reflecting the uncertainty and risk involved in such a new and complex project. So what are the core features of Internet Computer? Well, there are many aspects that make Internet Computer unique and innovative, but here are some of the most important ones. First off, the network is powered by a novel consensus mechanism called threshold relay, which uses cryptography and randomness to create a fast and secure way of reaching agreement among nodes. Think of it as a heavily optimized version of the proof-of-work consensus mechanism. The network can process about 11,500 transactions per second with low latency and an impressive 1-second finality. The network is also composed of subnets, which are groups of nodes that run specific types of software or serve specific purposes. Subnets can communicate with each other through an interoperability protocol called chain key cryptography, which allows cross-subnet calls and transfers. Apart from that, the network supports smart contracts written in any programming language through a universal framework called WebAssembly, which enables code portability and compatibility. Smart contracts on Internet Computer are called canisters, which are bundles of code and state that run on subnets. The network also uses a governance system called the Network Nervous System, or NNS, which is a set of smart contracts that manage the network's parameters and upgrades. The NNS is controlled by ICP token holders who stake their tokens in neurons, which are entities that vote on proposals submitted by anyone. Neurons can also delegate their voting power to other neurons or follow the votes of experts or influencers. Neurons receive voting rewards in the form of newly minted ICP tokens. Interestingly, the network has a native stablecoin called Cycles, which is used as fuel for computation and storage on the network. Cycles are created by burning ICP tokens at a variable rate that depends on the supply and demand of cycles. This stablecoin can also be transferred between canisters or users or converted back to ICP tokens. Now, let's talk briefly about the tokenomics of ICP. Like most other native tokens, ICP is a utility token that plays several roles on the network. Some of these include governance. ICP token holders can stake their tokens in neurons and participate in the governance of the network by voting on proposals or delegating their votes to others. They can also submit proposals themselves or challenge existing ones. By participating in governance, token holders can influence the direction and development of the network and earn voting rewards. If you're interested in earning extra income, this could be a great way to go about it. Computation. As we've mentioned, ICP token holders can convert their tokens into cycles, which are used as fuel for computation and storage on the network. By using cycles, users can run their own software on the network or access the software of others. Reward. ICP token holders can also earn rewards by providing computer capacity to the network by operating node machines. Node operators are selected by the NNS based on their performance and reputation. They receive rewards in the form of newly minted ICP tokens for hosting subnets and executing canisters. Participation. ICP token holders can use their tokens to participate in token swaps of decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs on the network. These are some of the main use cases of ICP, but there may be more in the future as the network evolves and grows. As of the time of this video, the total supply of ICP is somewhere around 504 million tokens. The supply of ICP is dynamic and changes over time, according to the network's activity and demand. The supply increases when new tokens are minted as rewards for node operators and neuron holders, and decreases when tokens are burned as fuel for computation or storage. That being said, the inflation rate of ICP is determined by the NNS based on a schedule that aims to incentivize early adoption and participation in governance. Also, the inflation rate applies only to the circulating supply of ICP, which is the number of tokens that are not locked or vested. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Internet Computer. Like any project, Internet Computer has its strengths and weaknesses, and it is important to be aware of them before investing or using it. Here are some of the main pros and cons that we have identified. For the pros, Internet Computer is a revolutionary project that aims to create a decentralized alternative to the current internet, where anyone can build and run websites, applications, and services without relying on centralized platforms or intermediaries. This is a really impressive achievement if you think about it, considering that it can enable more innovation, creativity, and freedom on the internet, as well as lower costs and higher security and privacy for users and developers. Internet Computer also leveraged the power of blockchain technology to create a secure and reliable internet where transactions and interactions are verified and recorded on a distributed ledger that is immutable and tamper-proof. Internet Computer can prevent fraud, corruption, and censorship on the internet, as well as protect users from cyber attacks and data breaches. Internet Computer also has a strong and experienced team behind it, as well as a supportive and active community. The project has received funding and backing from prominent investors and organizations, such as Andreessen Horowitz and Polychain Capital. Now, on the downside, Internet Computer is not a user-friendly or accessible project for the average internet user or developer. The network requires a high level of technical knowledge and skills to understand and use it effectively. The network also has a steep learning curve and a lack of sufficient documentation and tutorials to help newcomers get started. The network may also have limited adoption or integration with existing internet platforms or services. Internet Computer also faces centralization risks, as it may require a massive amount of hardware compared to traditional blockchain projects. Many worry that this could threaten the basic decentralization principle expected of it by limiting the potential number of participants. This is because only large and well-organized participants can set up ICP data centers and participate. Apart from that, there's also the worry about how people can exploit its decentralization to host abusive or endangering content. On the regular internet, there's some degree of moderation and compliance with best practices. However, with a decentralized internet like ICP, bad actors could be given free rein. Internet Computer is a fascinating and visionary project that has the potential to revolutionize the internet as we know it. However, the project still has several challenges and risks that need to be addressed to attract more adoption. For one, Internet Computer can create a solution that allows decentralized governance to moderate content, thereby maintaining sanity. This would go a long way towards making ICP safer and more welcoming for everyone. That being said, keeping the risks and uncertainties in mind, ICP is not a project you want to blindly invest in. Take your time to do more in-depth research before committing. Regardless, it is definitely a fascinating and exciting project to explore. That is all for today's video. If you found our video informative, then please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get updates on all our future videos.